Hello, consumers. I'm Altari, the professional gamer, and this is our inaugural episode of Creators of the Creation. This is a series where we go and highlight some of the amazing creations that various players have made. So, for this first episode, we were just taking a quick little stroll and we happened upon this quaint little log house cabin in the woods type building right next to a river and this scenic bridge. It happened to also have a diving board, which we definitely took advantage of. And it made me wonder who in the heck was building this building. And it turns out that the person who created this is a very nice lady by the name of Duine, and she happens to be the master builder of a clan called Sanctuary. So I reached out to her, and she was so gracious to give us the opportunity to go and interview her and get a tour of the community. So I hope all of you enjoy. We're going to be doing a couple more of these over the course of the Home Valley Alpha. And if you are interested in having me feature some of your content on this channel, be sure to go and join the Professional Gamer Discord, and I'll come and feature your content on the channel as well. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into this very exciting interview with Duine. It is a very cozy and quaint little town. Oh my. All right. Yeah, there is a... Ooh, and we've got the nice cape and the tabard. What a nice welcome. So, first, can you introduce yourself to us? Who are you? Why are we here? What are we about to take a look at?
Sure. My name is Duine, and some people know me as the Gray Lady. I am the leader of Sanctuary, and I'm about to show you around the Sanctuary.
All right. Well, that is awesome. Thank you again for taking the time to show us around, show us your amazing builds. I saw your little home by the river, and I was immediately enthralled by whoever built this. So I'm glad that we were able to find you and go get a tour of what you've been working on so far.
Oh, well, thank you. I did build that first, and what I realized is that as lovely as that site was, which I really liked it, um, there just wasn't enough room for everybody. The placement for plots and stuff around there was not optimal, so I needed some more room. So I came up here and found a beautiful little meadow. And
Yes,
so if you'll
and
follow me, I will take you through the gate to our little sanctuary.
all right, lead on. And I must say, I am super jealous of the cape. I wasn't able to craft one before they no longer became craftable, so bravo.
Yes, one of my friends in another clan actually gave this to me. I was building so much that I didn't have a chance to like make clothing, and so they came along and gave me stuff. Well,
Oh,
this is the front
wow.
gate.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Yeah,
Wow.
have a look around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you our crafting deck, which is off to your left.
Off to my left. All right.
Yep. And first of all, this is our crafting deck. We have all of the benches here. To the left here is all of your tailoring and alchemy and jewel crafting and cooking. And then the other side is your smithy and your leatherwork.
Wow. All of the open space. This is so cool.
And
I
then
hope
if you
people
walk
take
down
inspiration
here,
from this.
then if you walk down here, we have our furnaces and smelters.
These things are we just built one near our place, and they're so huge, and the detail on the bricks is so cool.
Now, I will tell you that the crafting deck and the smithy and all of that is on a single plot.
Wow. That is very industrious. And it's cool to see that you can fit so everything, all of the stations that can currently be built, they're all here.
Correct.
So that goes to show people
I,
if you really want to fit it, you can.
I take that back. There are two things that are not in the crafting deck. One of them is the cooking campfire, which is over here in our little outdoor sit around the campfire and make
Oh,
s'mores section.
what a nice little little patio right there.
Mm. And the other is the well, which we put over here.
Okay, which makes sense.
Just mostly because the well is one of those things that you need, but you just don't really know what to do with it. So it got put over here in its own little park.
Yeah, this is great. Wow.
Okay, now I have
So,
permission to show you this one house over here. So whenever you're
oh,
finished looking around there, we will go into one of our members' homes.
awesome. So, quick question then. So, who actually built all of this? Was this all you, or did you have help, or?
This would be 99.9% me.
Wow. So this goes to show people, like, if you have someone who is good at building and wants to do it, that unified vision is something that can be truly awe-inspiring.
And that is the thing, is that I am the master builder for our clan, and we have someone who is the master forge, and we have someone who is the master alchemist, and so forth and so on. Now we all have our individual skills that we level up as well, but we have that one person that focuses on one
One
area
thing.
of expertise. Right. Now, if you'd like to come on in, we've got
Yeah.
this one little house. Ooh, a little dark in here. Let me shed some light on the subject.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is so cool. It's funny because there's so little in terms of props that, am I okay to go around, by the way?
Absolutely, absolutely. Upstairs, you will find the sleeping loft.
Oh, I see that. It's incredible that there's, like, in terms of the number of props that are available to us right now, there's not that many. But, like, the level of creativity that people have had even up until this point is super cool to see. And, like, we can have an entirely furnished house with a little fireplace and a bear rug.
And
So what's...
then her larder is back here.
Oh, cool. There it is. Is this... Oh, okay. And I like how you have the little air vent right there as well. Pretty nice.
Well, wait until you see our storehouse.
Oh boy. I am excited.
Yeah, just close the door on your way out.
Will do. And for some
We have
reason...
a little bit of a bug on these doors. Sometimes
Yeah.
they don't open the first time.
Yeah, it's...
But
Just noticed that myself.
I also lied about the benches. There are two other little benches out here, our builder workbenches and a beehive.
Makes sense, though. You want to have those things more open and available.
Now this is our storehouse down here.
Okay.
Again, it's a little dark in here if you want to light it up.
Oh, I love the lighting. You don't even have to shed that light on it. That is incredible. Wow.
Yeah, this is where we put all of our clan-based stuff, you know, if we need extra stone, or we need clay, or we need something.
Now, how do you all organize things? Do you just have like a chart or something like that of where to put it, or people just kind of...
No, we actually have a warehouse person who is in charge of all that. We put everything into more or less one barrel, and then she sorts it.
Wow. Yeah, that I feel like is going to be a really important task, to have a
Now these
logistics.
two houses we don't have permission to go into. They belong to other
members.
Other members, right? And there's also one set back here that we are allowed to go into, but I don't think he's furnished it yet. So it's pretty empty, but this is built with the exact same materials that the other home was built with.
Okay.
And we just kind of... I was correct. There's nothing in here.
I kind of feel like we're touring homes right now. Like you're a realtor,
Absolutely.
and you're touring me with your with in your little neighborhood community, and these are the different floor plans that are available for this community here. I love
Correct.
it.
Anyways, then I echoed the gates back here, but I didn't want it enclosed. So I just put up
Yeah,
the beams without the roof, and but it's basically the same structure.
I
And
love
then we have a
this.
little market area here.
I'll pop over to the left. Nice for some
Now, of
little
course, we don't
trades
have
to go
everything all
on.
put in there. This is for our new clan members. We put like basic gear in here so that they have access to that. And then this
Awesome.
is our public storage over here so that we can like trade with close by neighbors and things like that.
Awesome. Well, let me go ahead and leave a nice little donation for
Well, thank
coming,
you.
letting us tour the place. Nice
Okay.
gold bars, you know.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm going to show you our last structure here. This is our clan hall,
Okay.
and it was actually meant to be kind of just a gathering place. You know, there's nothing special in here except my apartment's upstairs, which I'll take you up there in a minute.
All right.
But come on into
Wow.
the hall.
I love how you have just like this one street that is going through the entire place and how well designed the roads are and stuff like that too.
Well, I am sure they won't stay that way. As we add people and add houses, we will have to add side streets and things like that. But it's a place to start.
Yeah, and such a nice little comfy guild hall you have here too. I love it.
Yeah, well, come on upstairs.
All right.
And these are my personal apartments up here. We all have to have our own little storage area, private area where we can just kind of hang out by ourselves if we want.
Awesome. And this
And then, of
is
course, the
I like
sleeping
your
area back here.
I like your use of triangles throughout all of your builds. Like a lot of people when you see people building, it's like a do you mind if I open this door by the way?
Oh, go for it.
I like how you use these triangles across all of your building, and a lot of people have this tendency to just use squares and rectangles because that's what we have to build mostly. But then
Well, somebody told me years ago that I needed to think outside the box, and I kind of took it to heart.
kind of literally almost. But
Well, I'm sure you've seen my builds in other alphas, and
uh-huh.
you know, I experimented with spiral staircases and huge builds and little builds, and this is a really nice mixture of large, small, you know, different textures, different. You know, yes, I used all of the half timber, but it's done in such a way that no two houses look the same.
Yeah, and there's really no like repetition at all with any of these builds. I mean, obviously
And a
we
lot of
couldn't go
time the
in the other
terrain
two, but
actually has something to do with that.
yeah, and so how did you pick this location? What type of things were you considering when you were as the master builder of your group?
Well,
What were you thinking when
for
you were looking?
I have always liked the riverside builds, things like that. But then you run into the fact that many times there's roads right next to the river, so you can't build, or you can't. The terrain is so off that you can't just, you know, find you a nice place to put a plot. I knew I wanted resources nearby. I knew I didn't want to be so far away from the wildlands that I couldn't get a little bit more rare resources. Um, I wanted to be close enough to a shrine that I could teleport there if I needed to. Of course, that was before they fixed the home plot teleport.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that was kind of interesting. Uh, but that's pretty much what determined what I was going to be doing was what was available in the area, what was the terrain like, what did it look like. Aesthetics mean something, you know.
Yeah.
Um, the whole idea was to find a place that was homey rather than industrial. You know, don't get me wrong, and people who build industrial things are great. They're gorgeous in their own way. But I didn't want that. I wanted more simplified, homey community rather than an industrial complex.
Yeah, and I think we can safely say that you have succeeded in that in that endeavor.
Well, I'm glad that you like the build. It's you know, it's not huge, but it's mine.
Yeah. And so for all of the viewers who are watching, they were interested in maybe being a part of your group or anything like that. What do you want to share about Sanctuary and yourself? Is there anything that you wanted to tell the viewers?
Sanctuary is kind of a collection of eccentric relatives. Uh, we all have that uncle that we like because he tells us such wild stories and we laugh, and, you know. And we have cousins and we have aunts, you know, and we have the grandma figure that wants to make sure everybody eats enough. And you know, we're silly, we're chatty. You know, we're kind of a refuge from other games too because most of our members came here from uh, you know, A1 name games, and they were just tired of the same old. And so we are kind of a sanctuary for just just want to play and enjoy ourselves. We don't want a job. We don't want to grind ourselves into the ground. And so here we are.
That's awesome. And when you're logging in every day to a community that looks so beautiful and has such cool people that are residing in it, I feel like that just enriches this awesome game that is PAX Day as well.
It is. It is. Like I said, my gaming experience goes back to Pong, and it's, you know, the this will probably be my last game. I mean, don't game hop. I stay in games 6, 7, 8, 10 years, and you know, this could be it.
Well, hopefully that is not the case, but even if it is, I mean, PAX
No, I
Day.
don't mean it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I do. The when the first day that I stepped foot inside this game, I went, "Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
I don't
and
have to go anywhere else."
honestly, if I'm being totally honest with you, I had the similar the same thought. I think this is the last game. I'm 30 years old, but
I'm a bit older
I
than that. I've got kids older than you.
but either way, I think this game has it. I don't know. Like when you log in and you just look around, I know that a lot of people want the combat to be in. A lot of people like the exploration. A lot of people like all of these other aspects of the game, and they even in this alpha they're not really in it. They're kind of in it. We have a lot of placeholders and stuff like that. But when you log into this game and you just look around and you hear the sounds in the forest and you hear the occasional bird chirping and you're walking through a village that someone has personally designed to look a certain way and have this certain cozy feel about it, and there's a community of people around you, you can it's like this secret sauce that we don't know what it is yet, but I have a feeling that it's here. And you have a lot of years of experience over me in games as well, and you feel that,
Great.
I feel that, and I'm sure everyone who's watching can feel that as well. So before we ended the interview, was there any last things that you wanted to share, say, This is your time. This is your moment.
You know, I do have some advice for brand new people, and that is explore everything because, yes, you know, you get these goals in your mind. I want to get this done and this done and this done, but you need to be able to see that, okay, that plant you can pick and take it home with you, or that, you know, that rock over there is different than that rock. You know, take the time, explore, see what's out there because it's not just go here, do these little bit of things, and then go there and do those same little bit of things.
Well, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing this amazing village, this sanctuary doing. I appreciate it so much. I was glad when you replied back saying that we could do this interview tour thing, and I'm sure
As long as I
everyone.
have time ahead of time to make arrangements and do what I got to do, you know, that's great anytime. And thank you for coming by and taking a look because
Yeah.
I do like to show it off and it will change and evolve as we get more people and we make more things. And, you know, I'll continue to post screenshots and, you know, and
well,
someday maybe you come back.
well, I look forward to coming back, and I'll plan on it. So until next time, then, thank you for showing us around, for talking to us for a bit, and yeah, thanks.
Sure thing, anytime.